Okay, Doug, so as long as you've been involved with UOG's athletic department, you've always stressed the fact that, there are student athletes, and obviously academics is a big part of that. Having a scholarship is a fantastic way to support that, so you can concentrate, on your studies and your game. So, tell me about what opportunities are available.
Well, right now we pretty much only have private donation funds to use. At one time, the university gave us like $50,000, but then the Guam legislature decided to tell the university that if you can afford to give athletics scholarships, then you don't need any more money. But what they didn't really understand was this was recovered money that was actually not part of the legislature money to UOG. It was recovered money from students who didn't use their accounts for several years. So we had a couple of years that we didn't really have any money, but then we started tagging on the people who would make donations to us. World Theater Productions is the biggest donor so far at $10,000. Now, granted, we are letting them use our arena for a week, but they are a natural, as they say when they talked the other night. Acting and athletics is actually kind of the same.
Yeah, I was going to say, the performing arts and athletics, there is a real tight synergy there. You're basically working on your game, and you are performing in either stage.
Yeah, and then the Whitby scholarships for soccer. James Whitby was one of the first soccer coaches. He may have been the first soccer coach for UOG, and he actually won the GFA championship for the first 3 years they ever had a GFA championship. And
Dr. Helen Whitby, by the way, great calculus teacher.
Yep, and was a vice president here.
Yep.
So she took it on to, I guess that she started by not accepting flowers, but giving money to a scholarship fund, and she has kept going. So.
And the one Doug, that I really love too is 2019 Hall of Fame inductee Rhoda Bamba, who is a fantastic math student herself, but an even better soccer player.
Yep, and she gave us $500, and she's not real happy that I named a scholarship after her, so we may have to change the name.
Ever humble.
Yeah.
Also, her husband, a 4-year starter, Leon, the great Leon Bamba, 4-year starter for UOG volleyball, and he went to UOG on scholarship as well.
Yep. Yeah. And then, of course, the last one was the Ball Hers group. Same thing. They rented the gym this summer to use for a women's and co-ed basketball league. And we have 2 or 3 others. Dr. Underwood, a former president, now is putting money into the foundation that we can get a scholarship out of. Of course, Terry Stotts is maybe the biggest name, but he's actually endowed a scholarship for $25,000, and he's giving us like $10,000 a year to go toward it. Of course, the biggest thing with endowed, you can't use the money for a while.
Yep.
And you only,
of course, former coach of the Portland Trail Blazers.
That is correct. And we have a guy named Joe Gage, who I put in the Hall of Fame because I found him in one of our annuals way back when he was the first UOG basketball player that won or scored 40 points in a game and averaged like 24 points a game. And we couldn't find him, but he lives in California. Somewhere in some UOG publication, he read that he was in the Hall of Fame, called me up and, hey, I'm going to send you $2,000. So we gave out 2 basketball scholarships last year for $1,000 apiece, and he's going to continue on. So, and we're working on some others. I'm always after the Hall of Famers to give a little bit of money, but that's where we're at right now. And 10,000 sounds like a lot, but we got 10 sports, and when you spread it out over 10 sports, that's $1,000 a sport. Most of them gave 2 scholarships, so most of the kids got $500. Now they're grateful, believe me. They like any money that they can get, but it's still not a whole lot. So,
hey, anything you can do with book expenses. Books are really expensive these days. I mean, it is not cheap to go to college, but certainly it's a worthwhile endeavor. And that is kind of the point about college athletics. It's these lessons and the legacy that you leave behind you lasts way after you finish your 4 years here at UOG.
Yeah, that's, of course, we always still say that athletics brings leadership and teamwork. And if you can do those things, then you're going to be successful in life, and you're going to probably get a good job and move up in that job if you're going to be a leader for your group. So that's what we're always looking for, and that's why we do it. And like I said, we'll have another event sometime in the spring. It may not be quite as big as this one, but we'll give a few more $1,000s out. And hopefully at some point the university will start funding us again, because we are struggling a little bit getting numbers. And one of the main reasons is we just don't have anything to offer them up front.
Now, for people who may be wondering, like if they have been playing, maybe they've been playing intramurals, maybe they've even been playing for UOG already, but not on scholarship, are they able to apply for a scholarship even if, like halfway through college, or is this only for incoming freshmen? Or?
Well, there are some that you can apply for through financial aid or through the endowment, but most of these are decided by the coaches. At some point, that format may change, but if we get more money, and like the Helen Whippy scholarship or the James Whippy scholarship has two things. The first two goes to the highest GPAs on both the men's and women's, but she's got a merit one as well. So you apply for that one, but you do have to be a soccer player or you have to be a athlete here to apply for it. And the first choice would be a soccer player. As
it should be, because like I said, like Dr. Whippy's class and derivatives and everything, you have to have your head screwed on straight like that. And much like in athletics, you have to bring your A game.
Yeah. Well, Rhoda was talking to us. Rhoda took her math classes as well, so they were having a good conversation about math. And started talking calculus. And like, well, that was above my head. I never worry about calculus. But yeah, this is really good, and we like to be able to point out the folks who are giving us the funds and that it is helping students, and that's the main thing. That's why I always still don't know what the legislature was thinking about, because all they did was hurt students. That money that we used, like I said, was attracting students, got more students to come to school, and a lot of times kept them in the school because they didn't have to go work a part-time job and hurt their grades.
Well, hopefully some of the senators are watching this right now, get the message, because I mean, it makes UOG more competitive. It also gives more young student athletes the ability to earn a college degree. And it's life lessons, again, like far beyond when you leave UOG.
It's difficult to go talk to a basketball player. What can you give me? Nothing. You may get one of these private scholarships, but you may not. It's kind of hard to bring more kids here, but especially I think hurts our women's side more, that we don't have, because we don't have quite as many females that play, and being able to offer them something is something that we would really like to do. So,
well, a real solid foundation, Doug. So again, congratulations for supporting the Tritons, and we know that's what you're all about here.
Yeah, we try.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness starts with G.